Brothers and sisters, what a pleasure to be in St. George tonight. Brothers and sisters, we had a wonderful party, a wonderful event last Saturday night. You agree with that? One of the things I said, and I'm glad you're here today, wear your colors proudly. Listen, there's nothing more disconcerting for the Antigua Labour Party to see people in UPP colors. Wear them. Make them see you every day. Put it in their face every day. Every single day. That is what we have to do. Make sure that people recognize you. You know, there's an old maxim. If somebody prepared to put on something with your name on it, they're prepared to support you. So anybody that pass you and they say, hey, I like that hat, say, come, let me see if I can get a t-shirt for you. Let me see if I can get some colors for you. Make sure that they wear your colors. It is one way of ensuring or getting closer to them supporting you. So wear the colors proudly. Are we proud of that blue and gold? Make sure they understand that. Now, brothers and sisters, today I had a chance to go with the Prime Minister on a tour of our new airport. You see that new airport terminal that we're building? How they say we never do nothing? I want y'all, if you haven't seen the TV news till tonight, make sure you watch it tomorrow so that you can see the tour that we had today. Brothers and sisters, here is what they said. That the Chinese building it. But when I went up there today with the Prime Minister, they had nearly 50 Antiguans working there full time. How they say no Antiguans are involved? So them 50 people, the 50 young men and women who are working up there, they're not Antiguans? They don't get a salary? And then they say, what is the economic benefit to Antigua for the Chinese contractors? Well, brothers and sisters, let's start looking at it. The building is made of concrete. The Chinese bring concrete from China. All the concrete was bought and delivered in Antigua. Okay, the steel, somebody say, oh, but the steel come from China. Yeah, how does steel get from the port to the construction site? A Chinese truck take it or an Antiguan with a truck take it. So the trucking man get a job. You see how it works? They cannot do everything. Antiguans are participating in all aspects of the construction of that site. All portions of that construction site have the involvement of Antiguans working full-time, but also second and third businesses. For instance, where the Chinese eat? In China or in Antigua? So they have to buy food, yeah? When the people come down here and they go back, what do? They don't pay the airport tax. They don't have to go in town and shop. Listen, one of the Chinese men said to us, he said, Mr. Maginley, I don't speak Chinese, so I can't do the accent. But he said, Antigua is now known as the best place to buy watches in the Caribbean. The best prices for watches are in Antigua. So I did a little call to the Heritage Key and I asked some of the shop people that sell watches. I said, do the Chinese actually buy? He says, yes, Minister. When the Chinese have contingents here, they come into the stores and watches are the number one thing. So the stores in Heritage Key benefit from the Chinese. That is not Antiguans benefiting. Well, let me give you a number to put to them. I asked, what is the economic benefit of the Chinese in Antigua building the airport? And when they worked it out, they said, Mr. Minister, and they said this to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister said so in the press conference today, that the Chinese have spent nearly 50 million EC dollars in Antigua during that construction. That is not economic benefit to Antigua and Barbuda. $50 million over the last 18 months to 2 years have been spent in Antigua by the Chinese. So whenever they come and tell you this stuff, oh, it's only the Chinese building, that is incorrect. Remind them that over $50 million of economic activity has been generated in Antigua, and that 40 to 50, I think it's nearly 50 people are employed full-time, brothers and sisters. And that is important for us to get that message out. Now, brothers and sisters, Sister Jackie Quinley Andrew is the representative from this area. And the issue of women and leadership is very important. I've been making this point as I travel from constituency to constituency. Where are the women of the United Progressive Party? Are you here tonight, ladies? It is important for you and all the people of the United Progressive Party to make sure you tell every woman that you meet in the street, look at the record of the Antigua Labour Party and how it treats women. And they're going to tell you that, oh, we have a general secretary that's a woman and we have token positions. I'm going to say none of them have been put in prominent positions like the United Progressive Party. Let's take Gail Christian. You know, she met me at cricket and she tell me she can send her lawyer for me. I said, Sister Gail. She started to laugh. She didn't shake her head and so, you know, when you call Labour people brother and sister, they say, no, comrade. But when I said Sister Gail, she didn't say, no, comrade Gail. She smiled. So that's a good sign. The point I'm making is that here it is, that for the first time, a woman was elected to be chairman of a major political party in Antigua. Gail Christian was elected to chair. And what did she do? She got pregnant. And during the term of her pregnancy, Gaston Brown replaced her in the Senate as leader of government business, to the point now that Gail not only resigned from the Senate, but resigned as chairman of the party. That was her response. I don't hear Gaston Brown going around and say, Sister Gail, look, that's not the right thing to do. Come back. No, he said, let her go. We can replace her. They can replace Sister, Maureen Hyman Payne. Remember, she was a candidate for the Antigua Labour Party too. What did she do? Maybe she don't fit the frame like the guy that running against Jackie. You see, to work with Gaston Brown, what you have to do? You have to be a convicted felon that bang woman. That's what he is. That's who he want with him. He want Dean Jonas. And listen, brothers and sisters, I read in the paper that Dean Jonas was not convicted. He was reprimanded. That is nonsense. Reprimand is the penalty. You cannot be found guilty if you're not convicted. He is a convicted felon. And he's a candidate for the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party. He is a felon. The penalty, the judge could have sent him to jail or fined him some money, but he said, look, we reprimand you. And hear what the lawyers told me. You know why he only got a reprimand? Because he didn't draw blood. Can you imagine that? You beat a woman and you don't get fined because you didn't draw blood. So it's not too bad. That is nonsense. Any self-respecting leader. Let me ask you a question, brothers and sisters. You think that could pass with Baldwin Spencer? Do you think that something like that could pass with Baldwin Spencer? And Baldwin Spencer stand up next to you and say, it is okay. We gonna let him run again? You'd be out the door immediately. You would also have to deal with Sister Jackie Quinn. You would also have to deal with Sister Joanne Messiah and Sister Sean Nicholas. Because them now sit in a room with none of us would, but that's what they accept. They accept crooks and gangsters as part of their team. That could never work. All of you in St. George, you need to rebuke this fella. He was part of our team and we got rid of him because of the actions that he took. And what did he do? He's accepted in the Labour Party. He comes into the Labour Party, he's now convicted of assault against a woman whose child was in his school. And that is who the Antigua Labour Party want you to entrust your vote in. Oh, please, give me a break. How the fella used to say, give me a Fenzik. You need a whole bottle to deal with that. So, brothers and sisters, it is very clear of your choice here in St. George. Jackie Quinn Leandro must be returned to the House of Parliament so that she can represent you and continue to represent you in a very strong and passionate way. Now, St. John's Rural North, brothers and sisters, the recent poll shows that we have moved ahead in St. John's Rural North. That's not good enough. So I want to again say to the people of St. John's Rural North, our branch office is open, our teams are going out. Feel free to come and contact us. We are coming to see you. Any questions and concerns you have, my team is there and ready. And I want to say, I have a very strong team, brothers and sisters. And they have some ladies in my group that point the finger at me. Some of them little, they point the finger at me and say, hey, you better behave yourself. But they're with me. They've been by my side for many, many years. And without them, I would not have this wonderful opportunity to be the humble representative from St. John's Rural North. But they have told me, your job is not yet complete. You have to go back into the House of Parliament and continue the work to make sure that St. John's Rural North continues to matter. You hear what they say? St. John's Rural North matters in Antigua and Barbuda. The Labour Party put a candidate up there that he cannot influence anybody. He cannot help. Gaston Brown and Asad Michael would stand on him without a problem. You think that I am a little lightweight that would accept some of the things that they were going? No. My people and the people that are working closely with me would not accept that. And I want to thank them and continue to encourage them to let's go one by one every day. One by one every day. And any of you who are listening that want to come and help, whether you're from rural north or not, please come. We can always take the help and we appreciate it. So brothers and sisters, leadership matters. Leadership matters. You have with you a captain, the Honorable Dr. Winston Baldwin Spencer. You have a man who is committed and determined. And some people say, well, you know, it takes a long time to do certain things, you know. He always gives you an opportunity to be heard. And he mightn't agree with you, but that is a sign of a good leader. Say a piece. If you can convince me, I change my mind. If not, I'm sticking with what I'm doing. And that is what you want. Somebody that you can reach and talk to and is willing to share. That is not the same on the other side. All you hear from them is, do as I say. You see the pictures he have of himself? Where the rest of the team? Nobody else on his team? A he one? A Gaston Clown one? Brown one? Sorry. No, that is not what leadership is about. This is team. All of us have to work together. All of us have to work together. Put all hands to the wheel and make sure Antigua and Barbuda moves forward for everybody, not one or two. So brothers and sisters, I want to tell you, it is always a pleasure to be here to support Sister Jackie Quinn, to support Brother Wilmoth Daniel, Sister Sean Nicholas, and who's the fourth one in his own? Cleefane, Mr. Terrific. What a great what a wonderful addition to the United Progressive Party. Brother Cleefane, Brother Mervyn, Sister Sean. Good and bright and strong people. So brothers and sisters, until I come again, St. John's Rural North will be returned. One love. I love you all. Thank you.